Good morning.
You're saying good morning too early.
Oh, good morning.
We're live.
Oh,
6:54 a.m. Sunday. It is the 1st of June. Wow. The time. Where does it go? June 1st,
The years and the
2025. Yeah. So holy smokes, a few announcements, I guess, to do on what's going on here. Today's episode of Good Book and the Ghost Returneth, sorta. We're going to do this once a week live. We're gonna take this spot and we're just going to come in here and do it once a week. It seems 7:00 kind of works for us.
You know what I should have done though? I should have still done a Patreon announcement.
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to do that because they all,
Sure,
I'll do
it's
that.
all good. Welcome aboard, everybody. So yeah, we're going to do. This was generally our Patreon slot on Sunday for the European crowd. But we decided rather than adding yet another show because every couple of weeks I call it surfacing in my little submarine to do a public broadcast, but we thought we'd just take one of the Patreon shows and downsize to two and go. Rach, there is no advertising. There sure the hell is, but it's just covered by my luscious locks. Mikey Arugula, the one and only, and we're wearing our Beatles shirt today. I got a few Beatles shirts, but this is the one I want to wear. We love Mikey and Mr. Sticker Mania, Frank. These guys are absolutely top tier Beatle people. There's Beatle people in the world. And these guys are great, both of them. And so, of course, the big news is the Beatles in mono is finally returned. I got my mono box courtesy of a lot of help. I got a lot of help on that. George Borden comes to mind. Jason Rojas comes to mind. And many others helped me. And then, of course, I bought, the thing. So I've got the 2014 in mono set, complete with the book and the box, mostly through the kindness and the goodness of Mr. Stickermania Frank. And so I'm very grateful to Frank for his ongoing kindness towards me. I stand corrected. Please cover the logo again. What the hell, BK? New hat. No, it's me old cowboy hat. I love my cowboy hat. But anyway, so we're doing this once a week. Every Sunday, we're going to be in 7:00-ish. 6 is too early. 7 seems okay.
Yeah, 7's good.
Anthony's here.
We slept until 5 today.
Yeah, it was good. For us,
amazing.
It's asleep. Yeah. And I mean, at this age, you get older, right?
Yeah, but you did not wake up in the middle of the night last night.
I don't think I did.
You know why?
No, I don't think I did.
You took this before bed.
Wow. Magnesium, what is that called? The bis?
Magnesium glycinate.
Yeah, but it's a bisglycinate.
Well, whatever. That's just one of the things. But
anyway, hey, Frank. Whatever. Speaking of Franks, there's one of us.
Hi, Frank.
Frank's one of us. Anyway, it's good to see you. So the Beatles in mono, it's great to have. And of course, I got all the Beatles first pressings, UK editions. I don't have the gold label Parlophone. Please me. I got it on the yellow label, but I'm happy with the yellow. It's, I'm not losing sleep over it. And, but I mean, nice to have, but I don't need it. There's a balance, right? There's a parameter. If they ask too much money, I just don't want to throw it in, right? I just don't want to pay for it. Ladies and gentlemen, Ivan all the way from Norway's here. Happy day. My tulips are up and smiling to me. Ivan, what a beautiful way to greet the day. Hello, everyone. Yellow Submarine top again, Rach. Anything interesting happen in Beatles world? Yeah, the big news. What yellow? Like a submarine? You like your yellow submarines, do you? I think I got a yellow submarine. What's this thing? I'm gone. What's this one? I got so many. I got a lot of Beatle records up here. Here's one. You like yellow submarine? There's a yellow submarine.
Oh, you're all matchy.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I keep all my Beatles right up top here for what's going on. And Sue and I are enjoying the heck out of the new stereo. We had real problems with the Hagel. It's a long story. Everybody knows about it.
I have a Hagel update as well because, well, you guys all know, like, we ended up with 2 Hagels. First one didn't work. We tried forever, like troubleshooting for like 2 weeks. It was horrible. They sent us a second one that had even worse problems. So we ended up taking them both back to Vancouver.
Yeah, let's not go into
I know that's the thing.
That's the background.
But
right? Everybody knows.
The first one, they never had a chance to try while we were in the store. The first one they sent us to validate our problems. Yeah. Anyway, they got back. I emailed them a few days ago and said, "Did you find anything going on?" And I love your body language right now. Just get the fuck on with it. Get the fuck on with it. You're like Chad.
Yeah, I'm Chad.
Shut the fuck up soon.
All right, keep going.
Anyway, they had the same problem. So it wasn't us.
Yeah.
It was the Hegel. It was just completely messed up. And so it was good to know that, all our problems were validated, our nightmarish problems.
Yeah, well, I mean, we knew they just didn't trust us when they said, "Well, did you try this? Did you try that? Did you try this? Did you do? Did you do? Did you do?" And we did. Did you redo? Yeah, exactly. We did it all. Ladies and gentlemen, a good book is worth its weight in gold. Just by way of general updating what's going on, what I'm doing. I'm reading through the Bible again, right, cover to cover. Love it. Having a great time. I'm in 2 Kings. I just finished 1 Kings. Now I'm in 2 Kings, right? Genesis to Revelation is the goal. I think you're in Chronicles now.
No, I'm in 2 Kings.
You're in 2 Kings. So I'm already in Oregon. I love this guy.
Hi, Marty.
Marty, thanks for everything. Don't talk about the boxes. We won't mention any boxes.
Yeah, exactly. Marty has a special guest today. He has not revealed who it's going to be.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 10 a.m. Pacific. The pride of Oregon State. Marty in Oregon.
BC family table.
Yeah, he's going to be doing the thing. Sorry from Norway, the Hegel country. But you shipped it out to China. I don't blame the Norwegians. I blame the Chinese with their faulty chip technology. It failed in two decks they sent us. I'd be running the Hegel today, very happily so, if they hadn't fucked it up. But we're really happy with the NAIM, the name game. We got a name DAC. So I've been streaming a lot. I like it a lot. Almost everything I look for is available on streaming. Not everything, though. Songbird. I believe fell in love with you. It'd be forever. That is not available on there. And even Klaatu. We just lost Terry Draper in very sad news. Terry, we had the great privilege, the honor of interviewing Terry Draper on this very program. Well, not this very program, but the old show, right? And Michael Nolan was there to help me out. I was very grateful to Michael. How you doing? There you go. James Farley in the house. Welcome, James. I'm thinking about visiting Oregon in October. I've never been. My son has been. My son made a pilgrimage, apparently, downtown Portland. There's 2 city blocks filled with a bookstore. That kid went down there. And he came back with a trunk load of books.
Spent $1,000 on books.
Yeah, like first editions and stuff like this. My kid is, we're proud of him. He's an amazing lad. Extremely well read. Hey, did you mention Henchai to the Hegel dealer? That's a red flag right there, Rach. No, we did not.
We did not.
We did not mention a little Dutch wonder, but we sure love our Henchai around these parts. Anyway,
I've been to Oregon as a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went down there, found a family camping trip in the station wagon.
Okay.
5 kids, my dad.
Wow.
Looking over his shoulder, glaring at us all the way down.
European Vacation, or one of the vacation movies.
But what I remember about Oregon is we stopped somewhere and there were sand dunes.
Yeah.
And so we just were all running down the sand dunes, and it was, I'll never forget. It was amazing. Anyway.
Wolfie, we love you. What a tour in New York we had. Powell's is a magnificent bookstore. Yeah, my kid knew about it. He goes down. My son's been to New York. He's been to Denmark. He's been to Paris. He's been to England a few times. He's much more traveled than I am. I've been to England, Scotland, Wales. I've been, Dallas, Fort Worth, LA, and a handful of times, and Arizona? Palm Desert and stuff.
Yeah, Arizona.
I've never been to Arizona.
Oh, Palm Desert's in California.
Palm Desert, California. Busy streaming this morning. Psychoplatters Jason are also fighting for the VC people. Well, I don't care who the fuck I'm up against, right? That's going to be your best bang for your buck. And speaking of a buck, I do have a Patreon. Let me show. ladies and gentlemen, for $5 a month, you can support our efforts. We do appreciate that. There you go. Patreon.com. You just get in there, $5 a month. It's like it equates to like 48 cents an episode.
It's a bit more now because we're doing 2 private Patreon.
2 private
shows.
Patreon, 1 public.
I'll figure it out. It's probably 60 cents a show.
Yeah. Hey Dane, how you doing?
Yeah, Wolfie's accent was so good.
I love his New York accent. And he's a hell of a nice guy. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some pretty sweet people out there, and he's one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to bring in a movie. I should have shown. I bought Criterion.
Oh, I'll get them for you.
Well, okay, bring them both. One is in the little stand next to my chair, and the other one's spine number 800 something. So in the 800s, 833. I think it's spine number 833. Let's see how well I remember it. I dig Wolfie's accent. I sure the hell do as well. Anyway, so much going on. So yeah, Terry Draper. Terry Draper was around my age. Yeah, he's 73 years young, right? Wait till 833, and it'll be colored like in red and blue. Red and blue is a theme in that film, by the way. Yeah, it's $5 a month. Watch Rachel get horizontal. Well, I relax, right? I lay back. It's I don't worry about it.
Rachel actually fell asleep once.
Yeah, I did. Well, that was after hanging out with Anthony and Jan because I was hungover. Yeah,
and so she's reclining, and I'm talking to her, and then I realized she was like totally asleep for like a few seconds.
Yeah,
and I woke you up.
So Marty's having an impact. Marty in Oregon is having an impact, and Chauncey goes, "You're asking way too much, Rach. Way too much money for that." Well, whatever.
Well, you got in free.
Chauncey. Chauncey has friends in high places,
exactly,
or low places. We haven't figured it out. Ladies and gentlemen, Marty's had quite an influence. He's an intelligent, charming, delightful. I hope I can get him up on the show today. Marty, we want you up here, buddy. But one thing, Marty is heralding, Boogie Nights, right? Paul Thomas Anderson is the name of the director. And I thought I'd seen this. Sue swears we've seen this. Punch Drunk Love, there it is on the Criterion, spine number 843. So I said 833, not bad, 843. But there you go, Punch Drunk Love. Adam Sandler, whoops, come here, you. Adam Sandler, and what's the girl's name? The lady, she was fantastic. The casting is out of this world on this.
Yeah, I loved it. I really loved it.
Emily Watson. It's shocking. There's shocking moments.
There's a lot of
sudden jumps, kind of
jump scares in it. Quite a few jump scares.
But not jump scares in the sense of like a horror movie where the guy jumps out at you. Just sudden shocking developments that suddenly hit you and it causes you to kind of jump back. Yeah. So it's like a jump scare, but it's not designed to scare you.
No.
It's just a jump shock.
Yeah.
Your jump shock.
Well, I think he uses it to just keep building the tension in the movie. And the music was so good. The music's
excellent.
The sound, like the score was really, really good. It was so good at building tension in the show.
Adam Sandler in this role is gifted. Adam Sandler in this role is a revelation. Criterion, that number again, spine number 843. And I love the Criterion because you always wonder, what year did they do that? And the Criterion on the Blu-rays, they always let you, where the hell is it? So you kids could read it. I'm going, there it is. That blurry bit there says 2002. So 2002, the film came out a year after 9/11. But it's just an absolute revelation. Adam Sandler and Emily Watson are so beautifully cast in this film. So the director is
he's a genius.
Paul Thomas Anderson. Well, he's brilliant, right? It plays a bit like an old-timey movie, like, music by Duvall, or, or like Technicolor brought to you in super animatronic, Technicolor with the color schemes and everything. There's a blue and a red. Chauncey, I'll try to adjust. Cry a tear. Everyone just have a look. Rach, I just can't take him. You know, Sandler's from here in Manchester, New Hampshire. Well, that's good, man. I love that. Anyway, I like the film, and of course Hoffman is up to his usual brilliance, right? Hoffman is so funny as fuck.
Man, can that guy act angry?
But I'm so sorry he's gone. Like he's one of the ones of all the Hollywood actor types, I miss him probably the most.
He's so fun to watch. Like
I mean Jimmy Stewart, I miss Stewart, but he had a good long life. And Dino, who didn't love Dino? Dean Martin, everybody. But there you go. Anyway, Punch Drunk Love, we got that. The other one, this is a Blu-ray. This I've heard outstanding things about, but you got to apparently get the 4K. The Blade Runner in 4K apparently is in itself somewhat of a revelation. One of the best looking 4K. And notice it's in the HDR, so that brings some more lush and vibrant colorings to it. Great movie. Saw this at the theater back in 1982. When this came out, Harrison Ford, Riding High, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and this is absolutely, what do androids dream of electric sheep? Mm-hmm. Do androids dream of electric sheep? What a beautiful book title, eh? Anthony K. Dick, I believe, isn't that the guy who wrote the novel upon which Blade Runner? And, it's, what do they call them? The symbiotes or whatever the hell, there's a word for them. And it's great. Rutger Hauer, the late, sadly, Rutger Hauer. What cut you got here? I believe the final cut. I got the final cut version. But I've got this on Blu-ray as well. And this comes with the Blu-ray as well. So you got your choice, right? Blu-ray or 4K. But apparently it's quite the revelation to see it in 4K. Philip K. Dick. That's it. Philip. What did I say, Anthony? Philip K. Dick. I'm being influenced by Anthony. Anthony's an influence. There's influencers amongst you. My favorite movie of all time is, in fact, Blade Runner. Yeah, it's so good, right? Everybody's so good in it. Who's the Tolchik? Daryl Hannah's in it. Why buy when you can stream? I like the idea of physical media, right? I got records. I got compact discs. I buy things, right? I like to have a collection. The Master, Magnolia, on and on, where Paul Thomas Anderson films under his auspices. I have many versions of that movie. Well, I mean, it was good enough at the theater. I just love the theater version of Blade Runner, right?
Well, it's just a great movie.
Harrison Ford was outstanding. Sean Young, who's a bit of a character from what I understand. Remember she got in all that trouble with James Woods?
Yeah.
Sean Young, their relationship went public, and it was like a bit of a train wreck. Replicant. I prefer when they don't make it so obvious that he himself is a replicant. Yeah, with the little thing at the end of the movie, the guy with the little paper mache unicorn thing. Jimmy Stewart. You can read this one. So it'll give you some airtime here. I can't hog it up.
Jimmy Stewart was one of those actors that just oozed sincerity. His good guy roles, I think his B-17 mates only remember him losing his temper once when one of them made a bad
transgression. All right, speaking of transgressions, Rob's here. Rob, what are you doing?
Hi, Rob.
I'm charging up the car because I'm going to go meet up with Patrick and Jim.
Okay, right. This is fantastic. Now, you, of all my friends, this is this kid here. I've got Rob. Your excitement over the Beatles mono. You've just
okay.
So I'm so
excited. I'm on my phone, so I can't see you jackasses' comments.
Okay, you cannot see you comments, but we're talking Beatles and mono. You know, Sue, a lot of people have done their Beatles and mono videos. Rob,
no, I'm only here to rub your face in it.
Okay, go ahead.
That you had to have something, and you got something.
Yes.
And I sat there patiently waiting.
Yes.
And then it was announced that I ordered one. But there's a jackass.
Uh-oh.
Who's been a jackass historically.
You jackasses, beware.
That's 67 Pepper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, anybody with a grain of sense in their head will know that little video I made was actually,
it was tongue in cheek.
It was tongue in cheek, but it was, if you want meaning behind it, it was it was low hanging fruit for aspiring YouTubers, and they all went out and made a video, knowing that people would click and watch it.
Yes.
And I was just saying that I did a stream, and those motherfuckers had to announce it 10 minutes afterwards.
You motherfuckers!
But that 67 pepper, Rachel, would you call me a flipper? Do you think I'm a flipper?
No.
I don't prey upon FOMO. I don't go out and acquire
to buy. You don't buy to sell.
Limited. I don't go out and acquire new limited release things, knowing I could jack up the price. And I go out actually doing the work.
Hold on, Rabbi. We got a big guest coming in. This is incredible. We're calling him Mr. 40K. He's yours, mine, and ours. We love him. A big celebrity here he is.
See, this is the problem. I'm here. Yeah. I'm here bleeding my heart out, and you drop me like a hot potato for the gravy train.
Are you driving in England? You're on the wrong side of the car.
I'm on the right side of the car.
He's
Rachel fix. Mazzy has the sense of a gnat.
Well, you look like you were driving in the UK or in Australia or Japan or something.
Yeah, I'm in the UK. I'm collecting signatures to have you eliminated.
God.
All right, so Rob's going to be meeting up with BB Thel, the legend that is BB Thel, and of course Jim, record collector news.
There's some magic between me and BB Thel when we go out record hunting together.
You get lucky.
And we met up on Friday. I took him to my honey hole, that I call it. It's a store I thought he would do well there. Everywhere we went to 3 stores, and actually, ironically, in my neighborhood was a Facebook guy dropped some records. We picked up tons of great records. And then yesterday we met up with Jim, and we went everywhere. And that dude must have bought 150 records or something. I don't know.
Shit. BB.
And when you're with him, it just makes me feel like I don't know anything. I do not know.
We know that.
Okay, I love this. Chuck T, Rob, and Patrick have magic. When they're together, it's magic. Massey, do you have a rabbit's foot record-wise, some guy, gal that you go with? Maybe the archivist, you do go out. Obviously, there's a little chemistry going, but then the records come into the equation, and suddenly you find yourself with a first pressing gold label. Please, please me.
No, because I'm not on the original collector journey anymore. That's just not where I am right now.
Arnie, you're timed out.
This is typical Mazzy. He's not answering your question.
No, I don't have anyone.
I got it swirled around in his brain.
I answered the question. I don't.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You said I'm not on.
Do I have?
She asked you, is there anyone who's a lucky person that when you go out shopping,
like Rob's got
somehow you magically
find
a record
that.
you're interested
But if I don't,
that was the question.
But
it wasn't about. I'm not on the original journey question.
But if I'm not looking for rare records, why would I need a good
Mazzy, it had nothing to do with you're looking for rare records. She said, is there a person that when you go out with them, do they spark some sort of random luckiness that you find a record you're interested in?
The answer
that
is
was the
no.
question.
All the people I meet up with are my lucky charm, and I'm their lucky charm.
How magnanimous!
That was some heavy ass lifting to get that answer.
It sounded kind of communist, didn't it, Rob? Like, it's just everybody, no special one. But people
now watch this, Mazzy. Rachel, is there someone who is your lucky person that when you go out, you magically find stuff you're looking for?
You know, who would that be? I guess Sue goes with me most often.
Well, how easy was that answer?
Yeah, so I'm going to say Sue. This is just crazy. What the hell is that?
The stuff that Patrick found in a million years.
Yeah.
Like hanging with him now, I'm smarter now. Because he found stuff it's funny when he finds stuff and he goes, geez, they didn't even know what they had here. And that happened all day long.
Good Lord. So, so what was anything stand out that you go, oh yeah, that title, I remember he got that. That's a record. Like, oh.
It's more like identifying like the Bad Company record you see all the time. It's not hard to find.
Yeah, Badco.
But he found an island UK that is very desirable.
Yeah.
And the store probably just said, it's a Bad Company. I'll throw $12 on this.
Okay, listen, you retards.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you retards something. Leave Rob alone. What the hell is it? Every time Rob shows
wait. Who's coming after me?
Oh, hey, I had to time out Arnie's hands.
Hey, Arnie, you fuckhead. I can't see the comments. So
Arnie,
your whack-off spree on Rachel's stream is at a loss.
We've had so much ejaculate on this program, and it's enough. When is enough?
Hey, Rachel. Yeah. Rachel, Arnie's real name is James.
What?
James.
That's a good name.
That idiot went on a stream and left up a name. His name. So everyone, Arnie, can everyone just express how they feel about the name James in the chat? Which I can't see anyone. I can't see the chat. I can't even see Mazzy. All I see is Sue and Rachel.
Well, here we are with Mazzy. Massey's giving you the finger now, Robbie. He's giving you a double gun.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna come into streams like this more often.
Hey, listen, Russell says Bad Company and desirable don't belong in the same sentence.
Bad Company.
All right. Hey, Russell, stop touching your love muscle and shut up.
I think that's pretty accurate. No, Patrick finds stuff. No, I like Bad Company's fine. I think they're a good, solid rock and roll band. I don't love them. I don't hate them. They're fine.
Well,
I don't think they need double 45 audiophile versions, but if people want them, so be it.
Can I ask the guy who's not on the OG journey anymore a question?
Yes, my son.
Oh.
If you were looking at records and you found a pink label, regardless of the band or the record, if you found an Island pink label record, you would say to yourself, wow, you don't see those often.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Pink label islands, like John Martin records, Traffic records, Ping Martin. The thing is, I don't go look for them. If I would stumble across something like that I didn't have already, I would get it. So I'm just overall, I don't go out digging for rare stuff anymore. That's my point for me.
Yeah. Well, you've got most.
Rachel, now that I ordered 15 copies of the Beatles box because I'm flipping them, I'm going to sell off my OG Beatles because I feel like that box to me is is good for me.
Is what you want. Yeah.
Maybe so wait till you get it. Wait till you get the box to make sure.
Well, I know I'll be sure because I got the Revolver box, which had the mono in it.
Yeah,
it's a different one.
I understand. But for me, I'm not a giant Beatles person, although I like the Beatles and I have all the records.
Make it 40 a wrench.
Well,
40, yeah.
I kind of agree with you. I understand that. Now, for me, I'm a Beatle fan, but I could totally understand someone just keeping really good, clean copies like this of the mono box and getting and selling off for high prices their original monos, for instance.
I won't do that. Doing that because I have desirable Beatles records.
Beatle records originals will always be desirable. I got a few. By the way, I'm a little promotion. 2 p.m. today, I have a 1 hour whatnot auction.
Okay.
There is a mono pepper in there, UK.
Ooh, nice.
There is a mono Ram, the one they put out in 2012 when the Archive series came out, which is the only way you could get the mono, because it never came out in mono. And
was it recorded? It was recorded in mono.
Well, it was mixed mono. I mean, you mix it. It's weird that he did that, but in 2012 he put out. It looked like a bootleg. It just says mono, has an insert, and it's kind of rare. It's like, I don't know, $100 and something record probably.
For the pepper?
For the mono Ram. That's rare.
Ram. Yeah.
I mean, you can buy it on Discogs. You can find it.
Ray,
I am getting rid of all my double 45 Doors records that are in pristine shape, because I'm getting rid of my 45s across the board if there's an equivalent. And since I got the Rhino box, I find I don't need the double 45s anymore because I never pull them out. And they're excellent records. So people are into double 45s.
Chad will be upset by that, Rachel.
Well, I'm not selling them. Chad can buy them back if he wants.
Now, the kids in the peanut gallery are complaining. They're suggesting even that there's a rift between Rob and Massey ever since Rob became kind of chummy with Chad Cassim. And that it's put
hold on.
Knows how to join.
Chad doesn't have to exist for me to have a rift with Massey.
Okay, listen. Jim wants to know, hey, Rob, can you tell the kids about the grails that he picked up? He picked up 2 of them, he goes.
Oh, it was a stellar day for Jim. I'll have to hand it to Jim. Jim has no patience for record shopping. He doesn't. But he hung with me and PB Thou, while we were doing our business. Jim found 2 copies of the Mac Davis record with the foot in his mouth.
Oh,
2
yeah.
in one day.
Yeah. That Mac Davis, one of the worst. It's a queasy. You get your stomach does things when you look at that cover. It's not a great cover. Is that the back picture? It's not the actual cover. You flip it over, right?
The foot is on, I think, his shoulder on the front and in his mouth on the back.
And then his mouth on when you flip it back.
Can you wrench Marcus?
Where's Marcus?
He's about 10 comments up.
Okay. Mr. Stickermania in the house. Rockaway Records sold an original promo record of Ram for 10 frickin' K. Frank, do you want to come up and hang out? I got my Mikey Arugula here. Frank, when are you coming out with T-shirts? Send me a shirt. You'll wear the shirt, man.
By the way, we thought about going over to Rockaway, and Jim called over there because it's appointment only.
Yeah.
And the guy left a message back, Jim, we're not open on the weekends. Imagine that.
That's kind of different.
That's kind of snooty.
You got to stop and smell the fungus from. Oh my God, that's a horrible comment. The whole foot thing and the toes, and oh my God.
I'm answering to Wolfie. I did not order a box. I have one. I did not order one.
Tom, we're glad you got yourself a coffee. Start today.
There is something that is like what we talk about, but in the real world means nothing. Yeah. This whole thing where they dropped ordering it for people who are signed up with them.
Yeah.
And people could easily share the links because that's what happened to me. That's how I ordered it. And then they said the next day we'll open it up to the regular people. And they dropped it for an hour. So I'm curious, how many boxes are they making? Yeah. Are they planning to press more later and drop it again?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. The biggest fuck up, and they did the 2 fuck up things did it. It's not that they only opened it for an hour. It's they opened it and until they sold out, they had it up and they sold out fast. But the problem is they shouldn't have had in America the 4 per customer. That was kind of bullshit.
If you went to the website, they eventually dropped
changed it to 2. They changed it, but even that. Okay. But the other thing they fucked up when you got that original email as a subscriber, there was a countdown timer clock, and it was counting down to 9 a.m. Pacific when the next day it was going to go on sale. Well, it turned out they opened the sale an hour before that, and once the clock went down to 0, there was nothing left. So they fucked that up. So there's a couple fuck ups, but. Yeah. There's on the Hoffman forums, it's still available in some countries like France, and there's like 4 places. So if you really want it, do the work, you can get it.
Well, there's someone we know, but I won't reveal who they are, reached out to me and said they ordered it from Germany.
Yeah, but Germany sold out, but for a while they weren't. So the thing is, I'm sympathetic for people because they did fuck it up. However, if you did the work and looked around and followed things, you still could get it right now. But it's from a foreign.
Well, you could go on eBay.
I'm talking about
the flippers like me are jacking the prices up.
Yeah,
huge.
People were buying it in France. They were buying it in Italy. They were buying. I mean, there are other countries at the Beatles Universal site, the official sites.
It's crazy. Like 4 copies per person. That is stupid.
Yeah,
because they're limited. There's only going to be about 10,000 of these stops, right? Would that be about right, guys? You think
probably.
Well, it's being produced by Optimal in Germany, and they're a big pressing plant.
Yeah.
I wonder how much of their resources are directed to making this box.
Well, they did it last time also. Optimal.
I understand, but do they?
But last time was bigger because they also did the individual copies, which we don't think they're doing the individual copies. We don't know.
No, I think it's just the box.
Well, we don't know. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
And if anyone says, people have guessed 10,000, people have guessed 5,000, people guess. Nobody knows.
Yeah, it's nuts. Now, Mazzy, did you get involved at all with this? You've already got it. I mean,
I didn't order one. No, as soon as I got that email, I literally ran downstairs and made a video. And I was suspicious at first. I thought it was a phishing scam.
Rachel,
he's a YouTuber.
Yeah, exactly.
He's one of these hungry for views YouTubers.
Absolutely. But I found on the forums and the comments, there were a handful of people that had no idea until I made a video, and then other people made videos too.
You're doing
God's
work, Mazzy.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. If you got the original, and you know what beats it? You know what no one can ever fuck you around with? Go buy an original UK First Press and Beatle record, and nobody can ever dick you around because they'll never, ever be able to do it again. Sorry, First Press, got it.
What I will say of people dumping on these flipper things, if someone's going to put up $2,500 to buy 4 copies, invest that, list them, ship them, wait till they do all the work. Anybody could do that. Anybody who ordered, if they had $2,500, could have bought 4 copies. Now, I'm not saying that's a lot of money. I didn't. I could have done that.
I mean, no disrespect. I'm in line with you, Mazzy, but they're not doing any work. They're not like me and Patrick going out.
It's a different kind of thing, but still, you got to deal with it. And
you make room on your credit card. That's all you're doing.
Okay. Well, I could have done that too. I could have bought 4 copies.
Right. I have my suspicions of the people that people know who did it.
Yeah. And I want to, because Frank's here, I said this at the top of the show talking about this. I just want to say thank you, Frank. That gorgeous box there is courtesy of you. I went through, and I got to say thank you, Jason Rojas, George Borden, other people that actually gifted me copies of some of the records in the 2014. Yeah. And then I went and bought up and made it. And so over time, I was able to compile an actual mono box, because the individual records are the same as what you get in the box. You don't lose anything other than the resealable plastic, which I don't like anymore.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You don't have the book.
I got the book. Frank was kind enough to give me the book as well.
Also, the Past Masters, remember when we got those together, but I'm going to sell that. What's
going to be rare? What's going to be rare about the first pressing from 11 years ago is the insert for the Love Show in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Which is no longer.
I know
which Mazzy disagrees with me. It was horrible. It was a horrible show.
I loved it.
Holy smokes!
I saw it twice. That's okay. Yeah, the thing is, the Beatles are gonna make more money this time, because this time they're selling it directly, they're not retailing it. But I will say, in this day and age, like a lot of people say, how come they're not retailing it to retail mom and pop stores? I can't imagine a lot of stores buying like 10 copies of it to keep it on the shelf again after last time, So to drop ship it to different companies, I could see them opening it up to Universal and their thing, but and doing it as a direct mail. It's just easier to do a direct mail for them, and then release the individuals to retail.
If someone held a gun to my head, which a lot of people want to do, by the way, I would say they would release the albums individually.
Yeah, I agree. I don't disagree with you on any of this. We're agreeing.
But hey, wait a second. So if everyone could take a good look at Jim.
He looks fantastic, Jim. You're going out record buying today.
Hold on. Jim took it upon his own.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that Jim's wife lays his clothes out for him for the next day.
Frank, Look at this. We got Frank Zappa shirt. I know it's Zappa. It's not Sinatra. It's got to be Zappa.
He looks like Gilligan the later years.
Yeah, Jim took it upon himself to buy a bucket hat.
Frank.
I don't know if I can pull off a bucket hat, but I am a fan of the bucket hat.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm working on keeping my ears out of the sun. That's all.
There was a 2014. Yeah, and that's look. He's fair skinned. He's a whitey, so he's got to be careful of what those sun rays out there in sunny California.
Hey, good morning, Squoozy. Hey, Rach.
She's working hard getting me a kavu to power me through today's show. Frank,
nice.
Hey, Jim, it's so good to see you. So you went and got 2 copies of the Mac Davis Toe Sucker?
Yeah, I found 2. Actually, I think Chauncey found me one.
Chauncey
found one at
what number are we at for copies?
Cuba. We're only at 8, so that increased my my.
Can you show it to the people so maybe when people are out and about and they find one, they can send it to you?
Yeah, Ta-da.
Oh, there we go. This is there's the lady's foot on his manly chest.
Yeah, I don't know if you actually want to.
Yeah, we got to show the kids.
You want to see the back? Oh,
there you go. Look at that.
Terrible.
What's going on?
I was the foot model. I was a foot model for that in the 70s.
So when we're in record stores, Jim's usual go-to is, "Hey Rob, I found the Mac Davis record you're looking for." So I counteracted that yesterday by saying, "Hey Jim, I found the Dick Hyman record you're looking for."
Rob and I have different goals at record stores. I'm trying to distribute copies of Record Collector News and chat up the owner. He's there looking for records. So I have to wait around for him. So I usually
that's a good cop, bad cop buddy team.
I'm there to give them money so they can stay open.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to the next store. And
so where are you guys going today? Like, what's the target? Pardon the pun.
The Pasadena City College record swap.
Okay, so it's going to be a record swap. You're going to be talking to kids with boot sales. They're going to have records in their trunks of their cars.
Right, Rachel, I have to exit because one of the 3 of us has demanded nutrition before we go to the.
Listen, baby, Sal.
As soon as he leaves, I'm going to talk about him.
Well, I can listen. I'm just going to go to the. I need to go ATM. And then journey to Jim's house. All right.
All right.
All right, Rob.
Hey, all you MFers, go to hell.
Listen, morons. Bye. Holy bolts. There he goes. That's Rob. We love him.
Yeah, as people were saying, in 2014, when this box came out, it took 3 to 4 years to sell.
Well, we didn't know.
The vinyl resurgence was just kind of building. It wasn't there yet, and so it was heavily discounted. It started to sell for about $3.99, $3.75 was the list, and then at one point there are places that had it for $200 or less in some cases.
Yeah,
Costco had a pallet.
But here's the deal, because I prefer, and Massey, you and I, we talked about this a lot. The Beatles I was introduced to in large measure were the stereo cuts on a lot of stuff. So, and I talk frequently about there's differences. Like if you listen to the mono version of Sgt. Pepper on the outro from Good Morning, Good Morning, and then it segues into A Day in the Life, and you hear that, and then and it goes Sgt. Pepper reprise, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 and that sound that goes, it sounds like a guitar turning into a rooster or something in stereo. But if you listen to it in mono, it sounds very distinctly like a rooster crowing and then the horn going for the hunt, because the animals, it's a fox hunt kind of thing. Very distinctive sound difference, and it creates in your mind a different image because one's quite trippy. Wow. The guitar just turned into a rooster, vice versa. And then the other thing is like, I get in the picture. They're on the fox.
Mono's very much in Sgt. Pepper, especially on certain songs, more of a rockin' album. Like it's a tighter rockin' album, whereas to me, stereo is more psychedelic and ethereal and stuff. I read some people too posting things all pissed off. They goes, well, how come they put out that stupid American Capitol record last year and they did individuals of that? You can still buy that. They repressed it. They didn't repress it. They just got their distribution. It sold and then it was out for a short time, then back. It's not like they repressed it, but they got their distribution together finally. Now that's sitting around. You can get the Capitol box to this day. But what's going to happen, I guess, in a year or two or three, like the mono box last time, that'll eventually sell out. They're not going to repress it again, the American box. And then 10 years down the line, people say, well, how come we can't get the American? Yeah. I know it's not as in demand, but that's what all the Americans listen to. And I think, and they did it really well. So that might be something too.
Marcus needs a wrench? Yeah. Holy smokes. Marcus, what are you doing without a wrench, man? Holy smokes. That is awful. Marcus, we're rectifying it right now. It's so good to see Jim back. The boss is fantastic. Go ahead.
The CD mono box is great, but just be careful. There are a lot of Chinese
from
counterfeits.
China.
There are Russian and Chinese counterfeits. Look it up. Maybe Sticker Mania knows. I don't remember how you can distinguish the two. So you want to
well, for one thing, the song order can be mixed up on some of them.
I think I don't know what the deal is. I used to know
quality control issues with that, and it's inferior when you look.
When you look at it, or if you order it online, you don't know.
No, not if you order it online, because they could, what do they care? They can put pictures of the real product up to compare it with. But the thing is that the Beatles wanted mono. They recorded mono. They loved mono. That was their thing. Stereo was newer, and they weren't all in.
Nobody had stereo,
and they were more involved with the mono production, right?
Okay.
Go ahead, Mass.
Dane, how does the UK blue box from the '80s compare to the mono? Well, first of all, the blue box is stereo.
Yeah,
the blue box is excellent, but blue boxes, they came out from around 79 to 83 or 84. Yeah. They were not pressed specifically for the box. They took whatever ones they had on the shelf. But I tell you, the blue box is still the best damn bang for your buck. It's like $300 to $400 up.
Well, hold on, we got a contender to that. The challenge is the Liverpool box. The Liverpool box has got 7-8 elements, but it's not the full.
That's a comp. That's like But
it's a little different. Yeah.
If you see a blue box and you don't have UK pressings, that's the best way to get the stereo. And I find a lot of them are in great shape because a lot of people bought those boxes and hardly played those records for whatever reason. They kept them in the box, so they didn't play them. So grab they go from a low 350 to a high 700, I guess. Yeah, that's the very first ones that were imported to America were numbered to 1,000, I think, or 2,000. And then they just kept putting it out and put in. That's when the rarities were in. But that's the stereo. But some of them are tube cuts. Some of them are metal. They're not all at the same pressing, but they're good.
Love you, Marcus. Welcome back, man. Good to see you. Okay, so how many did Mike Esposito pick up? Fanchi Ponce lives. We love Fanchi. You got a wrench, man?
I would think if I was like Mike and I had a store, I would buy 4, right? Of course you're going to buy 4.
Holy smokes.
But I don't know. We don't know if we did.
But the thing is, it's like...
Are they in fact sold out?
I'm sorry?
That's not...
Is the mono box sold out? Do we know?
Yes, for now, but there's a few countries you can still get it.
But it's sold out, the whole thing.
3 months old.
The next day, it sold out before the allotted timer went down, which is weird. They fucked that up. Hey, Wolfie, did you get a copy this time? Did you buy a copy this time? Wolfie?
And Frank, who knows a thing or two about the Beatles. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not subscribed to Mr. Sticker Mania, you're missing out. Please subscribe. Frank is a great friend of mine, and we just love it.
Is a good value, I think, for what it is. And, it's so funny. Okay, here's it. When the blue box sold in the stores at Tower for $100, $110, okay, when it came out. And when we did our book in '82, David and I bought 10 copies to give to people that helped us on our book. Okay. So that's like $1,000 or whatever it was. We went to Tower and we bought 10 copies and we gave it to our designer and a few other people. Over the years, And one of my friends died too. Over the years, 4 of those people, like 20, 30 years later, gave the box back to me. And I said, "Do you want some money?" They said, "No, just I don't play records. I play CDs." So I had them for a while, and I gave Steve Carlson a blue box after his flood.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I gave the Archivist one when she was getting into vinyl. I didn't sell them. I gave 3 away over the years. I could have flipped them, but I didn't. I mean, so.
Here's Frank's channel. Sue, thank you for doing it. You're just the best. Long suffering. I just love you. But here it is, sticker meeting. Get head over there and support Frank. He's one of the best we got. We just love him. So I got mine for $200 because the top was ripped. Yeah, you can look for damage.
You could get them. They were cheap everywhere. As I said, Costco had a pallet of them. I think they were selling them for like $250, $220 or whatever, or something like that.
Yeah.
At least on the West Coast, San Francisco Costco.
Okay, Wolfie goes, I got one from Germany, thinking I'd get it for my daughter, but I'm questioning my own decision and considering canceling my order.
Why cancel? Get it, and I'm not saying you have to flip it, but get it, and someone in your life is going to want it. You can sell it. You can make a little profit or just sell it for cost. I mean, unless you can't afford it or whatever, I would say just, once you have your order in, if you have an order in, don't get rid of it. There are people on the forums that were talking. Well, I ordered it from here.
I got mine.
But then I found out I could get it cheaper in Canada. So I want to cancel this order. I say, if you have an order in, don't fucking cancel it, because some other country version can all of a sudden cancel your order or some shit can happen.
Yeah.
So if you have an order in, don't try to save $70, $60, $100 here and there. You can always get that back on the other end. That's
Jim. That's a question a lot of children are asking. Is Jim going out today?
I'm actually the driver. I'm driving the boys to Pasadena City College this morning.
Make sure they're buckled up as you throw them in the back seat. Now stop that! I
told
you to go before we left the house.
We just need to make sure that nobody's blood sugar gets a little low, because
make sure you take them out for ice cream.
Yeah, they can
they get cranky.
Holy smokes. Hey, Bill Kreiner, do you have the Queen box set, the incredible Queen box set, which PB Thel, I believe, is flipped, or he was thinking of selling it? Possibly. He auctioned it off.
Is that sold out? Is that sold out?
No, he didn't sell it.
I doubt it. But boy, I sure wanted that thing. I remember America Lehman, her maiden name before she got married. America had it, and I just loved how it just looked, and the pretty colored vinyl and the whole bit. PB Thel says it's not the greatest thing. I get it. It's not the best sounding.
It's the music. It's about
it's hard. And here's the deal, Maz. How are you going to get pristine Queen albums, like I'm talking minty, fresh out of the thing, never played, in that kind of condition for that kind of price point? I don't think you can. So let live and let live is what I say. Hey, Chuck's got a question for Jim. Jim, have you watched Zappa Cheaper Than Cheap Blu-ray yet? Cheaper Than Cheap.
I haven't watched the Blu-ray yet, honestly, but I will soon. I have it. I've listened to the record a few times. I got 2 copies of the box. One with picture discs on the vinyl, and then one with just the black vinyl. And you want to buy the black vinyl one.
Black vinyl's the way to go, kids.
So I don't know if this is true, but Dane says Canada is tariffing the Beatle box for U.S. I assume that's U.S. buyers. 65% rumor.
Yeah, I doubt that.
We'll find out. I know 2 people who ordered. Excuse me.
Oh, take your time, Mousy.
2 people who ordered it from Canada because they saved about $75.
Yeah, you can, right?
But I just wouldn't trust, not that I wouldn't get it, but with all the over the country things, there's always something that could fuck up. If you have one already ordered somewhere else. If that's the only place, yes, go buy it. Go buy it where you can.
That's how I know. I'm so happy to get it, and it's so beautifully packaged. And it's got a nice book in it, and it's a valuable, beautifully, how do you put it?
Presented,
curated collection. It's got everything. If you like Queen, and I shitload love Queen, they're one of the great bands. Mazzy, Queen, top 20 band for you, Queen, top 20.
I don't think they're a top 20 band for me. I do like Queen. I saw Queen I think after they played Winterland after their second album or something around that time.
Yeah.
Before
Queen,
before Night of the Opera, Day at the Races, before those.
Killer Queen. I mean,
yeah, I like Queen. I just, I realize I don't pull them out to play very often.
Yeah. I tease Sue because I put on Queen's debut album, and on there is a song going, Jesus, called Jesus. All going down to see the King Jesus.
That was good.
What a frickin' rocker that thing is.
I don't even have all the LPs anymore. I do have those 2 CD box sets, so I do have all.
Maybe he needs it on Instagram or something.
I do have all the
I don't know. I just let's do it right here for you, BB Tal. Hit that and come on in. But ladies and gentlemen, BB Tal with the silver horseshoe in the form of Rob the Wax. It seems those two guys get together and luck follows hard after, which seems like a good deal to me. Anyway, everybody, the big announcement here for us and channel-wise is I'm going to be here every Monday. I mean, not Monday. Every Sunday is Bible Day. Every Sunday, the Torah.
Shouldn't you be in church now, though? Shouldn't you two be at church?
No,
this is church.
Yeah.
No wonder I did smell the pews here when I.
Yes, abso-frickin-lutely, man. Yeah, in fact, I'm reading through the Old Testament right now. I'm having a good time. I mean, my God.
I like the sequel better.
Well, yeah, the sequel's all about Geelings, but I got to tell you about this Old Testament. The whole message to me is FAFO. It's like, and you Jewish guys, I got 2 great Hebrews below sitting here with us today. And you kids, I figured God would have gotten into the promised land maybe within 3 days. 40 years with you Jewish guys.
The Jews create the Old Testament. The Jews create this thing. And then the Shikses and Shagitses come in and create a sequel. Is that how it works?
I just saw a show with the Shiksa. Somebody goes, is that a Shiksa or whatever? What movie was that? That was funny.
I married 2 Shiksa goddesses.
Attaboy, Jim. This is the thing. But be careful. Like I said, I'm reading the Old Testament. They will make you go after and start following Moab and Baal Peor.
It didn't work out. Neither one worked out.
Just sit there with good old, God, Jehovah. Just keep going. Stay the course, Jewish people.
Adonai.
Yeah. Professor was up to the rock and roll listing. Anyway, Madison, did you hear Terry Draper from Klaatu passed away? We interviewed him on this.
No, I didn't. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, 73 years young. He was in Healing House. I was talking to him about it. What's going on? A beep? We got a beep? Hang on. No beeps.
Oh, okay.
I did not know that. I'm so sorry.
Somebody message Thor. Tell him we're back. We're back. The news is we're back every Sunday live publicly. Okay, 1 show a week. That's what we're going to do. And I've just planted my little egg right here. Here it comes. Oh, and I've dropped an egg, and it's because Jim's here. I love Jim. But we have so much fun, and so once a week, and that way. I felt it would keep us more relevant because we're having a lot of fun in the submarine. It's all quiet and, there's no drama, but you miss some of the characters out there. Yeah. Pumping Final, Legend, obviously. Matthew, you have a number of your favorites out there. Matthew Petty, God is bigger than the Beatles. Yeah, well, but the Beatles were more popular. John Lennon was absolutely correct when he said that. What do you think? We live in a Christian society? No, it's postmodernism. We're all in with the Beatles now. Okay, holy smokes! I have the Bible next to my oatmeal. Herb, a friendly elderly. That's kind of a funny thing. Hey, Rachel, are you going to be handing out a bulletin when we walk in the sanctuary? Yeah, well, I'll put Susie there. Maybe we'll get Dave the pickup artist to work the door for us. Welcome to the day. Have it. It's been so long since I was actually in a church meeting that I forget the rigmarole behind it all. Did Loki get a notification that you're live? Yeah, Sue says, yeah, he would have gotten a notification. But we love Loki. Loki is hilarious. That guy, my God, he's worth his weight in coin. But we're happy to be back. We'll do this one. I think once a week is good.
I know it's fun.
And leave it. And what's going on with the final community? Is everybody behaving themselves? Are you at war with one another? I know everything's fragmented. Like it used to be You know, we all hang out, and now
it was always wait.
group
It's like high school. There's like the jock bench, there's a stoner bench, there's a hippie bench, there's the art school bench, there's the mathletes. You know, there's always going to be different things. There's a lot of people that I respect and like that I don't watch normally. A lot of the metal people and other, you know, there's the punk crowd.
But,
There's
you know,
all kinds. The UK, there's different UK crowds, like there's different American crowds. So, and that's healthy. I think it's healthy to have all these. It's like genres in music.
I like
the
cross
prog people.
Yeah,
the
but you gotta
pretentious prog people.
There was a lot more cross fertilization.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Rachel's post every morning.
Well, you gotta
you bring people in here. Yeah. I just don't think
that's too much to have.
There's not a lot of venues where people, there's no venues where people from different genres get together, but we don't. I mean, when I get on some of the streams I get on, it's the same. I'd say what 60%, 80% are the same group, and then there's maybe 20 new people that come in and out. But it's like, you know, there's a lot of live streams that happen with the prog guys and with the metal guys, and
Scott's great prog.
I don't really get into either, but that's great that they do that. So I don't think it's not a battle against each other.
Yeah, what's going on with Richie?
Richie's great. Richie and I collaborated on 2 things in the last couple months. One with us, and then Richie and I went with Hedley and John on the UK pub video, and that was great.
No, that's cool.
He just did a video. Richie hasn't fallen off.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, he's saying it, so I don't know. I'm out of touch. So
Richie's a good guy. I know Rob and him have something, but I understand Richie, and I think it's great. I appreciate the people that are pure to themselves and have a point of view, whether you agree or not. I do like that. That's why you and I get along most of the time. I only want to punch you half the time, Rachel. But you have a point of view. It's a wrong point of view, but you have a point of view, and I respect that.
Oh, hooray for the red, white, and blue. America's 51st state is going to happen. Yay, I'm American.
Well, apparently, I'm only everywhere if you see me everywhere. So I'm everywhere that you watch. But
I love seeing Massey.
With Rachel, Rob, and Westman. And that's pretty much it. So
Steve's great. I haven't talked to Steve in a life age.
He's doing fine. He's starting a new. He found a new job. He's starting soon.
Oh, where's he going to be? Is he allowed to talk publicly about it?
It's up for him to say. It's not for me to say.
But all right, we leave that alone.
Rob Walker is at Wembley Stadium right now.
Rob's at Wembley. Please,
he's at Wembley. He's watching his Oldham Athletics.
Is Oldham at Wembley right now? Oh, go Oldham! So that's our team.
Fun.
Yeah, that's our team.
Rob Walker is still bitching on in comments and stuff like he always does. I like Rob Walker, but he's always still bitching. So
yeah, we love him.
It's his shtick.
Walker's hilarious, man. And the fact that you got a chance to meet and greet the guy, Mass, I think is great. Okay, Massey, I know that. Look, you're reading the comments and it's starting to listen, Fancy Pants. I disagree, Massey. He frequents other channels dogging people.
Who's he? If you're going to write something, write who? Who's he? Rob?
He's being you. He's hitting you, Mass. You're being hit. I'm enjoying the ride. Hazard Jack, welcome to the show. We love you. He's fantastic. Oldham is down 1-0 at halftime. Oh my God.
Oh. Well.
Okay, and Paris Saint-Germain won in a blowout yesterday. Good Lord, Rich is up on top of this. Rich, I love you. Where the hell have you been on the Patreon streams? We miss you, man. You're good. Rachel wants to be an American so bad, and she will be very soon, according to Trump. Canada's considering it. Canada is. And we're excited, Jim, and this is going to be so great because I'm going to come down thinking of converting to Judaism in order just to get in tight with Massey and Jim.
Oh, he says Vinyl Richie. He says Vinyl Richie.
You should come down.
You know, Vinyl Richie has
my dad.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Rachel.
Okay, you guys have got
Vinyl Richie has a shtick like I have a stick, or like Rob Walker has a stick, and you know, I think he's great. I like Richie, you know. So
well, Richie's so casual and laid back. I mean, his delivery is second to none, and he's really good. Probably second only to yourself in the prepared video format.
Well, he's not politically correct, which I like about him. I mean, you know, he'll say stuff Just to say, that's why Rob doesn't like it. Not that Rob's politically correct.
He's funny. I mean, when he's done some stuff that's like, holy shit. I mean, politically charged. You think you're politically charged with your Billy Bragg? You get Lionel Richie going, and he'll throw stuff out on Biden, and he doesn't pull his punches on anything. Jim, what do you got back there? You are showing us a view.
I'm sorry, I got too much shit going on.
Okay, let's look at the shit. Let's see what you got.
I'm trying to. Well, I have some. The guys are coming over. And
I love your room.
Did you get them croissants and cappuccinos?
No, but I want to. Do you see the reel-to-reel in the background?
We do see the reel-to-reel.
I'm trying to get that working, and it's there. It's working. So
did you clean the heads?
I did.
The layout musically, Massey, you notice there's no big, large TV detracting from the sound in Jim's setup. Something you might want to learn from there. That is Jim. That will detract.
Jim just needs a Dutch door there with a pony sticking its head over.
Exactly.
Like Mr. Ed?
Oh, through the door there.
I have walked out that door.
Hello, Jim.
I've walked out that door and been this far away.
Oh my God, that was a pretty good Mr. Ed. Did they stuff him? I know they stuffed Trigger. Mr. Ed, I know he's got a memorial.
My God.
Oh my God, it's a labby doodle. It's a doodle.
Come on.
You got a
Mr.
doodle.
Ed.
No, that's a poodle.
It's a poodle doodle. Yeah, but it's a doodle.
Get over here.
Come here, poodle.
Calvin.
Calvin.
Calvin, say hi.
Oh, hi, buddy.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh,
so beautiful.
Look at that.
Wow, that's a stunning dog.
They are just so beautiful.
He's a large animal.
Love him. Ladies and gentlemen, Video Meters is here to tell you that Jim is going to get the waxed a Dutch oven.
I don't think that's a very good thing. That's probably not good.
Okay, that probably is not what he's going to be getting. Okay,
They're
and
handy,
4D goes, I got a shtick. Massey calls it some, quote, weird shit. What do you think about 4D? Massey, 4D is one of the great supporters of this whole vinyl community thing that we call, and he's intelligent, but he's wordy. Like, he's a wordsmith. This guy.
Yeah, he is.
We've
been on together a couple of times. We've been on together a couple of times. It's been a while. You
don't get him up on camera much. Remember, we'd get him on in the old days? He was good. And then the camera would be around, and he had so much stuff in there. It was like a curiosity shop in the man's house. And he's another Mancunian. He says he gets a lot of moisture in the walls and the brick over in Manchester. And so, he gets a lot of records that are probably moldy if he was to look. Bill Codville, happy Sunday morning, everybody. Happy Sunday, Bill. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Dave Pounce, that's one big poodle you got, Jim.
It is a big poodle.
Oh, my God.
He looks even big for a standard.
Jim says they're very... go ahead.
He's half sheepdog and half standard poodle.
Oh, okay.
That's why he's got a doodly kind of appearance.
He's a doodle.
Jim, they are very temperamental. Reels, oh my God, I love poodles. We have a miniature, but I want a standard poodle.
This guy's he's a total coward. He barks once and then runs.
Yeah. He's so cute. Oh my God.
Holy smokes. Okay. I'll leave Jim. This question for Jim. This is from Arnie Zanzibar. Jim, is there a chance that Wax's show will improve a great deal?
I don't think so, Arnie. I think it's destined to just get worse and worse and worse and worse.
We love Rob. He's doing fine, and he's having a great time hanging out with Jim. He's going to see, he's out there. I guess they're having, pancakes or something? They're getting their breakfast.
I think it's going to be a sausage McMuffin.
Those are so good. Oh, my God.
Holy smokes. Good to see everybody. Okay, I love this. Hurt goes, Zanzibar, are you sore that Wax has got the best, quote, the best morning show in the VC now? And there can be no disputing the fact. I mean, the facts speak for themselves, and the numbers speak for themselves. Rob would get like 200 people in there.
He gets a good, a good audience.
Yeah.
And he makes it politically free. I mean, no politics.
Yeah.
I
allow it, because it's a public show. It's still what it is. It's just once a week. I don't give a fuck. I just do what I do. I want to talk about what I want to talk about when I want to talk about it. If it's
well, that's how I feel, but I don't need to get, I mean, I didn't even watch the news because you wake up and it's a shit show every morning here.
It's just perfect. We're in heaven right now, 51st state. So excited.
They're deporting people to the wrong country, not even to the countries they came from now.
Funny, Jim never offers me a second cup of coffee. Yes, I remember those.
We're over here, Chauncey.
Holy smokes.
Have you reached out to Joey Callio?
Who?
He's in town next week.
No, he's back in Seattle now. He was in LA. Have you reached out to him?
No. You can let him know what we're doing.
I'll tell him that I'm back. Because Joey subscribes, so he always catches these things. He knows later. Joey Callio is a legend. We love him so much. Mazzy, I would argue that you are a good friend of Joey because you guys do it.
We've only known each other, 2 years, 2.5 years,
and we have a great bromance.
We have a good rapport because I think we're like 3 or 4 years apart. 4 years apart. He looks like younger, but when you're a rock star and you dye your hair, sorry, Joey, I suspect, but whatever. I don't even have hair to dye, so. But we have a good rapport. I think we have a good rapport, and we've done a few videos together.
He's such a nice
I'm surprised how when I do a video with him, maybe because I talk so much, he's so chill, and he's so great. And it's Tell
the kids about the remaster on Puzzle. Tell them about it. How freaking good that thing is.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good. I hope they either do another repress. I hope Real Gone gets in. We hope they do more of their records. They are. He was in LA. They're recording a 7-horse record. That's his other band. That's his current band with the drummer from Dada, and they're doing a tour this summer of 7-horse plays 7-horse and Dada. So they're doing a bunch of cities around the country. They haven't scheduled the Seattle one yet, but they're going to be playing here at the Tractor Tavern, which is a great club, and I'll go to that. But they're going on the road, and they're going to do some Dada songs and their own new stuff and other stuff.
I mean, they're fresh off the tour playing with Dada, so all those tunes are fresh in their mind.
So that'll be into the summer, and they're bringing. It's not just the two of them. There's another musician.
They're going to bring another guy in
because you need a guitar player. He's a bass player.
Are they getting Louis Gold in him?
No, they're getting an LA guy who's apparently some hot, really great player. It's for Joey to share. I don't know.
Sorry, Louie. Okay, Jim, do you have a favorite? This is a good question. A favorite? Now, Jim's answered this before, but it's been a while, so we'll reintroduce that, Bill Codville.
I do. Currently, it's Waka Jawaka Hot Rats, with the sink on the cover. Love that record. It's a great sounding record, too.
Isn't that the one you have the hot stamper?
I do. That was my first hot stamper.
You sent that to us, and we played it.
That's right.
I have the exact same Matrix number.
So you have, a
theoretically
really good copy.
I bought mine probably is that 72, 3?
I think, 2 or 3. I saw them perform that stuff live at the Hollywood
That's
Bowl.
A good record.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Teal, wherever you may be, we love you. The last I heard, he was dancing with a bunch of pygmies somewhere in Africa, taking vast amounts of peyote. But, whatever it is, whatever gets you to your space spiritually, you got to do. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely, the effervescent DJ Trish joins us. Trish.
Okay, I just got these from DJ Trish. Thanks, Steve.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Let's see what we got.
Nice.
Here.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe twice a year I get a CD.
Hang on. Here we go. All
Child
right.
of God. Trish, how unreligious I am, but it's the thought that counts. But I haven't played these yet, so I'm going to put them in my car.
Massey, you love your gospel music.
I do. Well, I don't think this is gospel.
And you got your beautiful Jesus pictures. The one of you when you're like 14, and then the other one of
I have to bail. I have to.
Who's going to love this?
I'm going to have to run.
Jim's got to go.
Yeah, so I want to say thanks for having me up. Hi, everybody. And
Jim, we love you. So great. Jim, the Record Collector News. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not subscribed to Record Collector News, it's a physical magazine. Remember them? get one. Go to Jim's and get involved and support. Go to your local store. And if your local store does not carry the Record Collector News, please request one from the man himself. Here he is.
Thanks, Rach. Thank you for letting me know.
Have a good day. Take care of the boys, Jim.
Current issue. Yeah, I gotta make sure they get fed.
Yeah, you got your hands full with those two.
Yeah.
Wow.
So happy Sunday, everybody.
Yeah, you too, Jim. Have fun.
Good seeing you.
Be safe. Have
Thanks
fun.
for having me up.
Okay.
We love having you up, Jim. You're welcome anytime. Doors wide open.
I'm not sure how to get out, so I'm just gonna.
I'll draw me a kick. I can send you to the right.
Just close the screen.
He's gone to the right spot. What the hell is this?
This is a good comp. The Midwinter 2025. There's a one of my favorite hook-based songs, power pop songs.
Yeah.
Magic by Pilot. Remember that?
Yeah.
Ho ho ho.
Oh, it's magic in the
Little Green Apples. But there's a song that my Coffee Julie loves here. Julie, do you love me? Remember Bobby Sherman?
Yeah.
Those
Bobby
were the
Sherman.
days. Mary Hopkins, Hawaii 5-0.
Which Mary Hopkins? Which Mary Hopkins?
Those were the days.
That's the big one that broke her bag. Yeah.
Yeah. A Monkeys. Okay, this is a good one.
But you know what? My favorite by her is Paul McCartney's "Goodbye." Please don't look away, my love.
This is a good summer comp. It's got I love this. This is a great rock song. Jenny, Take a Ride, Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels.
Yeah,
what a great. Bruce Springsteen used to cover that.
I have to phone Winston, Mitch Ryder's drummer, at 4:00 in the morning for Sherry Champagne, the exotic dancer. These are road stories of rock and roll, boys and girls. Hey, Trish, you know the story is I have dropped. I'm telling you, I've dropped like 54 pounds.
No, 56 pounds.
56?
Yeah.
Oh, 56 pounder. That is bigger than a couple of McDonald's Big Macs. As a matter of fact, when we went out, they are closing down the Hudson's Bay. This company's been around since 1679 or some bloody thing. And it's finally gone out. So Sue and I went over there yesterday. And I went and took a picture of myself outside celebrating. But look at that tall drink of water that is Rachel's ghost. There I am looking slim and trim. But, you know, this is the end of the Hudson's Bay. It's open for one more day. Today is the last day, at least the store in Nanaimo. And they've broken up the company. The Canadian Tires got their branding and a bunch of stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, when I talk sex appeal, I obviously point to Massey. But there's one other. It's the other one. It's Marty in Oregon. He's joined us here. We love him. Marty, welcome aboard. Now, you have a show coming up at 10 o'clock this morning. Excited, nervous, pre-game jitters?
I'm a little nervous, but it'll be good.
Are you interviewing someone today?
I am, yeah.
Who? Is it a surprise?
It's a surprise.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a surprise. You got to tune in on Marty Sue, and you get it. She's ahead of the game. We're going to give you a link to Marty's show so you can go in there. And if you're not subscribed to Marty, please do. Please subscribe to Marty. We love him. What kind of store were they? Wolfie, I don't speak Colombian, the Spanish that you're doing. Escadacho de platit. I don't get it. You're going to have to rephrase that one. Yeah, Rach, I thought you looked like you lost a bunch. Yeah, I have 54. And I'm not at my Butterfield 8 weight. And special patrons, here's real incentive. And I've told Marty this. I'm going to be getting my Liz Taylor. I'm going to be in a slip, just a slip with a little martini.
That'll be
I learned
on
how to
the
make them
pay to play.
That's pay to play. And
I'm
just going to be at the doorway once I hit my Butterfield 8. And boy, the excitement amongst the patrons is just off the charts. Ladies and gentlemen, get involved. Support Marty. There he is.
Can you say hi to Joan and also give her a wrench, her or him? Or
Joan Cobb, great show, Rachel. You are adding years to your life. Thank you, Joan. I'm trying to, because I like hanging around with Scoozy. So that's kind of an incentive for me. Joan Kovacs, welcome to the program. Which way to the bus? What the hell's going on, James Farley? Okay, you guys gotta watch Mazzy. Okay, Mazzy, check this. There's criticism for you. You guys gotta watch Mazzy rain all over Westman's Beatle Book Parade. It was hilarious.
You know, I didn't reign over it. Westman wanted me to do my shit, whatever. So.
Okay, hold on. Now there's a little anger there. You don't get angry easily, but when it happens, it flares up. Okay, so what's happening? What happened with this book? Was it your book?
I don't know what you're talking about a book.
Well, he's saying, look, what the hell is this?
What is he talking about?
He's where is it? Here. Okay, Marty's come back. It's been 2 weeks. Attaboy, Jens, do that. Okay, here it is. This is Herkimer. You guys got to watch Massey read all over Westman's Beatle Book Parade.
Do you think he means Beatle box?
Beatle box. I bet you he's meaning the Beatle box.
Yeah. Well, first of all,
let's full disclosure. Listen to this.
Westman was texting me when they announced it, and I said, well, why don't we do a live stream? It was my idea to do a live stream on Westman's thing, and he goes, and so we set it up for noon. So about 2 hours later, we set it up the live stream. So, you know, Westman is great because he's like the straight man. He's so serious. He knows when he gets someone like me, I'm going to kind of go off on many tangents. That's just the way it is. So.
Well, Steve, because Steve's very dry, low key, nice, beautiful.
Look at this weather, huh?
It's beautiful in the Pacific Northwest.
Well, hold on. Your weather, mi casa, tu casa. Your weather is my weather. We got the same thing.
Yeah.
It's chilly. It's a chilly morning. Well, it's 54 degrees right now, so it's not bad.
Okay, we've got apparently the weather beaver has looked at its shadow, and the weather beaver is telling us it's going to be sunny all week long.
It's going to be nice. Yeah.
That's going to be just fantastic, final community.
I think we have there's no rain coming this week. Wow.
All right. We're trying to help you, Massey, with the weather forecast. The Canadian Beaver is there to help you. I have a new video up too. You can find it at www.youtube, blah, blah, blah. DJ Trish, everybody subscribe to Trish. She's been around for a couple of weeks. Anyway, we love her and support Trish. And
I see what Herc's saying now. He was excited. Well, the thing is, what I rained on his parade is he's had that box for 10 years or whatever, right? And he never opened his book. So he unwrapped his book on the air. That was the thing. I said, open the fucking book. Yeah.
Holy smokes. Steve laughs once every 366 days, a year and a day. But he is sincere, and that's the selling point on that.
Steve is very focused and
where's Eddie? You won't ignore me today, Governor.
You know what happened is last Sunday, Westman did that live stream with Miles Showell, who was in Abbey Road. And in that video or in that live stream, Miles sort of hinted that this box set was coming out because he said they don't like when all the flippers are out there, so they decided to put it out. Now, the mistake they made, obviously, in America is allowing people to buy 4, but
that's nuts.
He did that.
Okay, Jace Farley, I love it when Massey announces that he's not able to speak about a release because he'll go, I got a big announcement that I can't tell you about.
Can you say hi to Big Ian before he leaves?
Big E, we love you. I can't take it. I'm off again. Bye forever. No, Ian, we love you. Marty is the sweetest, the most wonderful. Marty, can you help Ian assuage the feelings of rejection? I don't want Ian going the way of my beloved Buddy.
Don't leave, please.
Ian likes music. He likes it when people sing on camera.
I love it. There's no business like show business. There's no business I know. Fantastic. Yeah, that's for you. Fantastic.
Hey, Mazzy, how can I get a copy of your book?
Uh-oh.
You know, I don't know if I have many. I have probably less than 20 left. I got to see because I don't think I have enough anymore. But to be honest with you, if you go on eBay, those things, you could probably buy it for $3. It'll probably cost.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll look there.
We had 40,000 in print. They're available cheap.
Okay.
Under $10.
Okay. What's the title?
It's
the Beatles
called
England.
The Beatles England. I found one right here, Marty. Hang on. Here's one. No, I'm in I'm doing the .ca.
I'm trying to look. When I moved here, I might have one box in the garage. If I gotta,
I don't want you to don't dip into the into
Marty,
your.
No, if I come across the box, I think I may have in the garage. I might have sold them all off. I'll give you one, but I don't know if I have that.
It's so great when
Oh,
you
cool.
have one readily available. I got this
It's a great
off
book.
eBay, and guess what?
You
It's
get it autographed. Yeah, I want to do that. When I come up, Mazzy, I'll have it.
That's one that's signed by David Bacon and David Bacon.
What? Did he sign them both?
Probably.
So I don't have a real Mazzy. They look different.
Let me see. Hold it up close.
Hold
it
on.
up.
They look
Yeah, the
different.
bottom's Mazzy.
That's David.
Oh, both of them?
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to bring next time we connect, Mazzy. I'm going to put you to sign.
There was a period. Do you remember the TV show? Remember, was it QVC that sold shit on the air?
Yeah.
They bought about 2,000 of the books at one point, and they drop shipped to the East Coast, all the cases.
Yeah.
And the deal was they had to have them autographed, so David autographed them all.
He did them all.
So he autographed your name.
He's got the fake. I got a bootleg Mazzy.
That
sticker. I got a forged bootleg Mazzy.
Sticker Mania will know about this because I have this Get Well card that supposedly John Lennon wrote, and it said all the Beatles, and it might be one or two of the Beatles, but it's probably people like Neil Aspinall and the fan club secretaries and Mal. Yeah.
Rita, they called it.
I've got conflicting reports on that greeting card. I got it from Alan Williams in Liverpool.
Oh, Alan Williams, Beatles' famous first little Welsh manager, Mazzy.
I got it in 1980 from Alan Williams in Liverpool.
And you met his wife and the whole bit, right?
We stayed. David and I stayed with him in Barrel.
Yeah. God. I better not, I got my bra on for this. I normally don't wear a bra, but with this shirt, because it's so see-through, you gotta holster up. You gotta holster up. Marty, I'm excited about you and your channel. So what, are you having fun with it? Are you still enjoying being out there doing the thing?
Yeah, there are obviously times where I feel like I'm that it's not. I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I really enjoy connecting with my friends. That's why I do it. So, and staying.
There's a rumor that you may get on your hog. I don't know sure what you're driving. Probably a Honda. But anyway, you're going to scooter up. Yeah, Kawasaki. Let the good times roll. And look at me. Am I influenced by advertising? And you just come and rolling right on up. Cross that border. Come over and hang out.
In fact, I have a couple of questions for Sue.
All right, let's
go. Do you have this?
Oh. No, we don't.
We don't have that.
Oh, I love that one.
You do now.
Yeah.
We don't have that. Yeah, John Michael. We were playing John Michael the other day.
And this one.
Lord's Supper. We don't have that one either.
I'll bring these are for you, Sue. I listened to this last night, and
was that amazing?
Almost a little. I got a little gassy.
You got a little teary-eyed.
I know. Yeah. Well, Come to the Quiet. Whenever I listen to that,
our favorite from him.
It's incredible.
Okay, those are for you.
I just cry.
Well, bless you, Marty. Thank you so much for that. So anyway, Marty's got a great show. Okay, there's a couple of comments I'm going to take issue right now. Mazzy is not in touch with Diddy. Mazzy has nothing to do with what's going on at those freak out parties or anything. It's awful. He is not involved with Puff Daddy at all. That's disgusting.
I chat with Dizzy every few weeks.
What? Dizzy? Oh, sorry, Fluffy. I misread the comment. No problem. Okay, this is more outrage. If the outrage wasn't already there, Mazzy, would you find my hammer and sickle flag?
Absolutely.
Oh my God. You don't want to see somebody Sergeant Pepper, especially mine. Stop talking about Marty's hog. I wish Scusi listened to my records. Fluffy, we don't know where your records ended up. I have a feeling because the guy delivered them.
Yeah.
Sue, they wanted, how much did they want?
$60 at the door.
I think they wanted more than 60. I think it was closer to 75.
Something like that.
I think it was 75.
We just went that.
I said, I said, oh, what the hell? Let's eat it. Sue didn't want to eat it.
I can't remember how many, 3 records or something.
It was 3 or 4 records.
Anyway, it was so kind of Fluffy to send them.
Fluffy sent us a record. So we said, we just can't, sorry. So we'll return them. I think they didn't even bother. I think the guy just took them home to his place and stole them.
Yeah, they probably do that all the time.
Okay, we got more problems. Okay, here's Fluffy with full disclosure. Mazzy, you are showing extreme discomfort body language. I read the book back in 1978, Crossed Arms. You're all closed off. I think it has to either do with your activities with Pete Diddy and or your kind of fraternization with the commies.
What are you talking about?
It's body language, Mass.
I'm just
know that
relaxing.
If you wear, okay, I'm going to full disclosure, Massey. So
there's
I've
a
got
bit of
this. If you've got like one of these, say this was Keys, and you put them out here and you're in the gay community, this means you're an aggressive homosexual.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
You're an aggressive. Oh yeah, there's all code. They have their own way of.
I lived in San Francisco. I remember the bear in the back pocket thing. The teddy bear, all that. Yeah.
Where like if you do this thing.
No,
this does. Oh, here, hold on.
It's a bit chilly out on the deck, and so I'm
this
keeping warm.
This says you like all sorts of activities that aren't healthy for you. It's a whole system that I barely comprehended. I'm trans. I mean, my God.
You know what's great is all four of us are from pretty much the Pacific Northwest.
We are the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah,
we are the Pacific. Where are you? Well, Marty, hold on. You're from like in the South or something. Where were you born? You're Utah or something.
No, I was born an hour from where I live right now.
All right.
An hour.
All right. Now,
well, that's from
San
Punch Drunk
Francisco.
Love. He went off to Utah to confront the mattress man.
All right, listen, Matthew Petty, that's very hurtful. Orange Daddy, what the hell? Very hurtful indeed. But anyway, I'd forgotten we got this. This is
I'm so glad I got that.
Hudson's Bay Cup built while it was there. The country lasted for like 400
years. Is that
years.
the gay flag? That's not the gay flag.
No, this is the Hudson's Bay branding. They do blankets with this.
Well, the Hudson Bay is 3/4 homosexual anyway.
What? The Hudson's Bay? I did not know that. I learned from Pacino's cruise in a red bandana means hips or lips.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
That was the whole thing. They had their code, right? Okay. Now. Okay, so do you want to check this?
Oh no, we'll never live this down.
Okay,
considering that Sue and Rachel once sent Baggy a broken panther for some kind of postal insurance scam. I'm not surprised they rejected.
We are in trouble. Hey, remember Bagheera? I miss him, but then he had some sort of breakdown. He became Musette, and this is Bob Goulet. I know, Mazzy, you're a big Bob Goulet fan, and he did the vocals on the Musette song, Musette. And he had that kind of vocal. It's kind of a perfect impersonation for those that are watching at home.
I don't know what you're
Musette. It's a movie. It's a cartoon movie about a cat. I forget the name of the movie. We got a copy on DVD that Baggy gave us. Remember, they're Canadian. Yes, we are. What time is Patreon starting? I didn't get a notification. What? What is
Loki, you get it for free right now.
Marty, there seems to be a jet flying over your house. I can hear it quite
clearly. It's
SeaTac.
It's like SeaTac.
That comes as a surprise because Marty's inside his house.
Yeah, what happens is
very clearly.
in the spring, summer, for some reason the flight path is closer instead of over the sound. It's closer here, which is unfortunate because it's pretty loud. You see all these. That's an Alaska flight. They're going to go east. That's going east. Probably New York. Probably a New York flight.
We used to.
I have Boeing Field and SeaTac right here.
Yeah.
Well, we lived right by the airport, like 100 feet away.
Yeah, we were very
from the
close.
Runway, so we could see all the different
dogs and cats living together. It was like so. Look at this beautiful neighborhood. Look at the green.
Look how green.
The green is
so
green.
beautiful. It looks like a green screen.
It's so green here.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about Bobby Sherman, right? Remember that?
Julie, do you love me?
Brides? Here come the brides. David Stoll,
I'm going to go inside. It's a little chilly.
Okay, just take your time. He's elderly. He needs his blanket.
I don't need my blanket.
They get, they tend to get cold. Get the little, what do you call those tuppences, where you get the little gloves with the fingers cut out and Massey can count his nickels and stuff. Take your time.
Mazzy, what does that blue lens on your deck light mean?
It's I just have these lights outside the front and the side. I use it's these outdoor like industrial lamps you see in warehouses, right? And instead of the globe being clear or or tinted. I got blue ones, so it's a nice glow at night. I just like the
nice.
glow.
That's
You don't
cool.
get this big white bright thing in your face when you go out on the deck.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some trouble with the shipping costs. I'm not sure what's going on international shipping. Anybody notice the shipping on records from UK is even more astronomical? Could it be possible than it was before? I haven't ordered anything from the UK for a couple of months anyway. I did get a book coming in from the UK a while back, but that was about it.
Oh, guess who's been adding tariffs to everything? Come on. Things are going to be more expensive.
Well, okay. So how do we avoid that, Massey? Should we buy American as Americans?
But okay, you want to go there really? We are in a global economy. America makes a lot of stuff. America makes a lot of stuff.
The best.
A lot of other countries make a lot of stuff. If we want iPhones made in America, an iPhone is going to cost like 3 to 4 times as much as it costs now. That's just one example. Now, a lot of stuff is done great in America. Things are great in America. I love American. I will buy American
made.
But not everything has to be an American made.
The U.S. is the second leading manufacturer in the world behind China. It's not like we're not making stuff.
We are making stuff
made in the U.S.
Yeah, we are making stuff. We're not making Stetson hats are made in Texas. They're fabulous hats. But also an Akubra hat that I have is made in Australia. They make fabulous hats. Everything doesn't have to be, in my take on it, everything doesn't have to be an American.
Loki's here.
Loki is here. We love Loki. Holy smokes. Did you know this stream is broadcast in beautiful mono?
Chuck's on his way to Camden Yards. Hopefully the O's can sweep the
Let's get rid of the orange idiot. What the hell? What kind of comment is that, Bill? My God.
There's truth to that, but yeah, I'm not going there today.
Okay. Well, no, because listen, aren't we all here just for a good time, not a long time, singing a song? So, Marty, and you don't get any pregame jitters. I would be just so because you got a big guest, a mystery guest by all accounts. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to suggest that it could be Tokyo Brian. The reunion could be happening, and he's back with a bang. I love Tokyo.
That's going to be my guest too.
Yeah, Tokyo Brian. We feel Tokyo Brian could be the guy. Sue, this is what happens when you read bits of things on X and dubious internet sources try to fill the blanks of worst case scenarios. I don't know. Are they trying to block out the sun in the UK or not? You hear about this idea, Massey?
Mainstream news.
Is this a good idea? The BBC reporting they're going to block out the sun. Now, I've just invented, in order to save the planet, $1 billion in solar panels. They're all over the place. And now, apparently, they're going to be rendered useless.
Again, you're bringing this up.
Yeah.
If America stops investing in solar and green energy and stuff, they're going to be last because every other country is doing it. So, if they want to be at the back of the line, America used to be in the forefront of technology and science and things like that. But other countries are going to do it. If we stop doing it, if we stop investing in these things, we're going to be left behind. So that's what you want and want to be we're going to be a third world country if that's the case.
Well, we're going to be there.
The C agenda is what's driving Canada into poverty. So. Yeah.
We're not doing
for
great.
It. So
we're in trouble. We incorporated 800,000 people arrived in the first, first 4 months of the new year.
That's nothing to do with the C agenda.
No, I know, but this is just.
So what? Crazy. Are they taking jobs away from you?
They are taking jobs away.
What jobs are they? What jobs that you want that these immigrants are taking away?
You mother. Okay, hold
on. Driving your Uber.
Okay. What do you call it? Temporary foreign aid. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Temporary foreign aid. Now, this is a real deal, Mass. I'm shocked. You're shocked. So what's happened in Canada? Let's go news.
I'm not against having limits on or having
What's
rules of immigration.
What's happened is our teenagers cannot get those starting jobs at McBloats anymore.
There's nowhere for these people to live that they want to bring.
And we don't have the housing for it. Business face new limits on temporary foreign workers. There we are at McBloaters.
Okay. We're not against that. But what they're doing is
so the children are not getting their
Okay,
jobs.
but let me say something.
Yeah.
Building is so regulated here. Permits are so hard to get. It's so hard to.
We're overregulated.
well, that has nothing to do with the foreign workers.
No, it does. It does, because you bring them in, and then it takes so long to try to
The
get
permitting
help.
process needs to be streamlined.
There's
There's a woman here who's a researcher at UW, and she's been an American citizen for 50 years, and she just spent 3 months in a detention from ICE picked her up. They finally let her go. The judge let her go. 50 years. Now, what they're doing is they're catching people into this thing who aren't the ones they need to deport. I'm not saying you shouldn't deport people.
Oh, was she here legally?
Yes.
And did she have her papers?
Yes.
How come they kept her if she has papers?
Well, that's the good question. Like the guy who's in the prison down there.
They let her go.
No, the guy down there is he's a wife beater. We all know about him. He's not a record down there.
The press are saying he's a wife beater. No one else is, but he didn't get his due process. So
what? Suddenly CNN's not good enough for you no more, Massey? Come on.
You have to have due process. Anybody gets due process in America. That's American law. You can't just deport anyone, whether they're
I like it when Americans
or not.
get it. Like, I don't like prisoners having due process. Once you're a criminal and you violated all your
but you're not a criminal until you get you're not a criminal. You're not a criminal till you get convicted. Now, if he gets convicted, then get rid of him. But why the rush to get him out before due process?
Tom
why
Hagen,
is that?
Okay, hang on. We got to deal with Tom.
People are getting caught up who don't deserve to be deported.
That's the nature of
I'm not saying people should not be deported. Some people should be, but they're getting a lot of
trafficking and all that nonsense.
There are a lot of
Okay. But listen, I'm a little peeved. I need a passport enhanced license to go to Canada now. It's such a bitch living in Michigan. That's why we want to get the 51st state in effect, and then we'll just kill the border. We'll be all Americans, and we'll all
You
go
always
home.
needed a pass. I mean, for decades, you need
Not
a passport.
anymore, Bazzi. Back in the day, even in 9/11,
of course,
everything was changed after 9/11. The
I never needed a passport.
The Patriot came in, and I went in all the time with my driver's license and my social insurance number, and I'd get into the States no problem.
They've been telling us
I got to use my passport.
These enhanced licenses, they've been telling us for about 3 years we had to get them. In 3 years from then, you have to get an enhanced license. Now, I can drive to Canada with an enhanced license. I don't need a passport. I can't fly in without a passport, but I can drive with just an enhanced license into Canada.
We can't,
I thought we would open up on Sunday, just talk about whatever anything
Sunday
on
is
this.
not
Because it's not a
technically
Patreon.
a
This
Patreon
is
show.
a public broadcast.
Here's something that's a little bit
public
interesting.
television.
Okay, hold
Rach,
on. Let's go.
My youngest daughter is graduating high school, and she was invited by her best friend and their family to go to Canada for a vacation in July. And they've been planning it for months, and they have plane tickets and everything. And they just found out that my daughter's friend's father can't go. Canada won't let him in because he had a DUI about 10 years ago.
Draconian and
That's
stupid. Draconian.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
That's dumb.
And why is she responsible for that? I mean, how does the crimes of the father pass on to the daughter this way?
Yeah, I mean, I think he ought to be let in. I mean, you know how many people get DUIs, and they're bad. Don't get a DUI. That's terrible. But just a DUI, really? I mean, I wonder if it's retaliation.
I think it could be some sort of petty retaliation, elbows up thing against America from the current administration. But I mean, we got a lot of trouble up here. Like Canada's in big doo-doo. We had a $43 billion deficit in the fiscal year ending in April last year or this year. I mean, that you can't have a country losing $43 billion a year and expect to keep it going. And then incorporating 800,000 newcomers, and where are they going to live and what are they going to do?
Well, what is the demographic situation like in Canada?
Pardon me?
What's the demographic situation like in Canada? I mean, is your
rapidly changing?
Right. No, I don't mean the ethnicity. I mean our Canadians, non-immigrant Canadians, are they having, what's the birth rate?
We aren't reproducing here.
Right. So to keep the economy going, you have to bring in immigrants.
We need people, yeah, but we need to be able to build. We need to be able to do things here in Canada.
I totally
and
agree.
all the green energy bureaucracy has
I
totally shut that down.
I think the pendulum is swinging back a little bit the other way because we have to have affordable housing.
Yeah, I mean, and everybody recognizes that, but we don't want a kind of thing where we have the Soviet style, you know, these big monolithic, soul-destroying concrete.
Of course, but that's
and you put them into their little hovels like a bunch of
that. But that happened in the 1960s when they, like in San Francisco, they tore down just blocks of beautiful old Victorians and old wood in San Francisco and build these, you know, projects. The projects were built like those Russian things you're talking about. That was done in the 60s, back in the 60s. And those weren't for immigrants.
You're right, Jeff.
Those were built for low income people. And it just breeded this bullshit stuff.
Yeah, we are a country and Canada and America both built on immigration. I'm a product of the merging of Europeans with the native indigenous Indian population here in North America. I mean, my story is largely that. But my ancestors, I mean, my great-great-grandfathers, the great-greats, they fought in the American War of Independence. I have my great-great-great-grandfather fought in the American Civil War representing the U.S. Union Army. He was a captain. God bless my great. And so there's so much tie-ins with America, Canada. That's another reason why the border should go. And as an Indian type, I should tell you that these borders are all European constructs anyway. The Indians should be
free. Hey, Chuck T, you're talking about we have a bunch of unvaxxed immigrants coming in. Well, the fucking administration doesn't want anyone vaxxed now. So give me a break.
Well, hold on. They just don't want the little pregnant women and the little babies. Okay, you adult people like you, Massey, we want you. In fact,
but that shouldn't be the government. It should be the CDC and the doctors to decide on that. The medical, it's not the government.
So the point is that, you know, immigration is true. But the thing is that the original immigration, it was like all one language. Everybody kind of came in. You know, you look at Canada. We talked about this on my political channel, which I do have. I guess I should tell people where I do a lot.
No, don't tell people. Nobody.
I got it to Massey. It's so important.
Nobody wants to know.
Sweetheart, this is so important.
No.
There it is. It's coming at Massey's all hurt. Massey, you should start one called the Liberal Hour.
I'm not going to start one.
You should do that. That would be great.
There you go. Ghost Town Politics.
I have no interest in starting a political channel. I will.
Okay.
You know, it's so funny with all the stuff. I do very little political.
Massey, I am so worried that if I had a Tesla, you might key the fuck out of it.
I'm not against Teslas, and the people that are fucking up Teslas.
Let's save the planet and get it right.
The people that are fucking up Teslas are assholes. The way to fuck it up, if you don't like Elon Musk, and it's really too bad because initially it was a good product. A lot of people bought it for the right reasons, but just don't buy them.
Mazzy, did you see him in the Oval Office this week?
He's a drug. He's a junkie. He's a junkie.
Holy cow! No hiding.
Yeah, but hold on. Listen, we don't cast aspersions at Nancy Pelosi because she's bent to the elbow every week. Drugs, booze. That's all part of being a big celebrity in 2025.
He needs. Elon Musk needs Elon Musk.
Elon's the latest talking point for the left.
He needs medical help. He needs help. He needs rehab help. But for him to go,
he's not the president, and he's just a friend of Trump, so it ain't no thing. And he stopped his dodging about saving the government money. Martin.
Just a friend, yeah. Trump has obligated him. He gave $250 million to Trump for his elections.
Well, I love that. Have you guys got any? Have you guys ever donated to the Democrat Party? Either one of you?
No, I haven't. But
yeah, but now
I have you on record.
If I did,
this is the biggest grifting White House pay to play in history in terms of personal money. Now the Democrats make money too and stuff, but no one ever in the White House,
Democrats have never had anything like this ever happen in their
life. This has never happened in terms of personal wealth and gain.
I don't know. George Soros, I've heard the name.
No, but he didn't give like money to put in Obama's pocket. No.
Okay.
Elon was upfront and transparent, but your fuckers are all behind the Iron Curtain.
I'll be
doing
up
all
there.
sorts of shit. And also, of course, you've got your labs in the Ukraine, that money hole. That's why you fuckers are supporting all
Okay,
that.
listen to this.
Go ahead, Marty.
So Trump's meme coin. He in the first 3 months he enriched his family $3 billion. As it turns out, there are 760,000 Americans who lost money that invested in Bitcoin, and 58 people, that's just 58 people who made millions. What's going on there?
It's a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta figure out what's going on with it. If it's illegal, then charge it and make sure
nothing sticks with this guy. Nothing sticks, and he.
Oh, you gotta have something to make it stick. You guys shot him. You went and got another guy in the bush before he could shoot him.
Rachel, think of all the grifters. That couple he just released from prison who grifted people. He's pardoning criminals that got convicted. Not just someone who maybe on a drug bust or something.
And
he's pardoning grifters.
8,000 people were given the get out of jail free card for fucking Biden. He gave more pardons than any president in history. More than Obama, more than Bush, more than Clinton, more than Trump combined.
Rachel, I'm not against pardons, but when you're criminals who grifted people out of money is who he's doing it. Yeah.
Jesus doesn't say a whole lot in the Gospels about judgment, but when he does, he talks about how we treat the poor, and the money that we've taken away from foreign aid is causing.
Well, it was corrupt. Marty. It was corrupt to its core. We were paying for sex changes.
Rachel,
I understand there was some things that shouldn't have been spent. There was money that shouldn't have been spent, but you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
What you do if you want to cut the budget and get out the bullshit money was wasted, but you don't stop programs cold turkey and then start them up again.
Well,
no charges have been brought.
all these medical research.
Nanny state liberals, listen, don't you see what's happening?
They're stopping medical research for cancer. They're stopping medical research.
You just blessed are the paps that did give thee suck. I am just sick and tired of all the nipple sucking you guys are doing.
Rachel, thousands of children are dying because we took that money away.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
I know that Elon Musk said that Bono was an idiot and didn't know anything.
Bono is an idiot, and I'm here to tell you Bono's a complete idiot.
Because Elon says he's an idiot. All I know is that tons of children are suffering right now because we took that money away.
Yeah, that's not true. But anyway,
that's undisputed.
Now listen, Marty, I know you're fired up, but I need you to calm. You got a big show coming up with a surprise guest. I need you at your centric, base, sensitive, and balanced self. I can't have you worked up on the Go show. No, that's not going to do good. And Massey's so elderly.
I don't want to do it on my show, so I have to do it here.
Okay, well, that's a good point. I can understand where leftists are coming from when I hear all the propaganda out there. It is unbelievable. It's true. There is a lot of it. The fire department is on standby. We could have a party burner.
We're cutting off science programs, and we're going to be last in line again.
What kind of science? You're not going to be last. You're going to be first.
Except all that money that Elon Musk was going to save, he didn't save a dime, it turns out, and he's getting $18 million like a month for his rocket company. Yeah. We didn't cut any of his money that the government's giving him, subsidies to a billionaire.
Commie said what? That is funny. I did a thing on you, Jeff. Holy smoke. Listen, I think what the world needs now is love, sweet love. And but I'm excited. We're going to be here another 7 minutes. We're going to round up. That will close off at around like 9 o'clock in the morning. That gives us an hour to decompress.
I like Matthew's comment. Bitty.
Yeah, but I want bitty. No, I'll challenge that point. There's no evidence of any waste, fraud, or abuse found so far. They lied about programs. They didn't do an audit. They cut programs they didn't like.
That's exactly true.
No charges have been brought. So if there was fraud,
there are no charges. Of course, because everything's so fucking corrupt around here. We got Trump. We can get charged. charges laid on Trump, but we can't get him on fucking anything else because you own the fucking judiciary. Trump has had 181 lawsuits filed against him since he started 4 fucking months ago. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Because the judicial system is protected.
Perfect. And then we got the American part. Now, if you
hold on, Rachel.
Program, we deep dive.
Do you know? You know about the 3 branches of government? The power of the purse goes to the Senate and the House. There, okay. Trump shouldn't be cutting these projects. It should be the House and Senate. If they want to cut budgets, funding for something, it's the House, not one person.
Separation of powers. Listen, constitutional lawyer, we got to get into this. You get your lawyers lined up. We'll get our lawyers.
But that's why. You know,
we'll see where the dust settles.
But it's not for Trump to do that. If he wants to present a plan, if Trump wants to present a plan to cut some funding of something, he should go to the House and Senate, and they should work on it and vote on it. That's what they do. That is their job to do. Not for Trump to just cut this and
that's what they're doing right now.
He's cutting people he doesn't like personally, his quote enemies. Remember back in the day, the Nixon enemy list? This is like a million times.
You guys and your politicians don't have an enemies list. You don't.
Of course they do. But you can't. You can't single-handedly.
Hillary fucking Clinton doesn't have an enemies list.
Yes, she does. Of course she does. Wait, but when she was in the White House,
are you smoking some sort of peyote?
Why don't you listen? If you ask the question, listen.
Okay, well, it's got
obviously they went after the Clintons a lot, and she didn't, and Clinton didn't cut off against their enemies in the White House. And they didn't cut funding to any of their enemies in the White House. Trump is doing that. He's letting all these, look at all the fucking traitors, all the traitors he left out of prison. There's a plaque that was voted on to commemorate the fallen police on January 6th. And the head of the House will not let it be put up in the Senate and the House chambers.
No, Maloney, we love you, man. It's so good to have you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen, in an hour, and I'm really worried about Maz. He got so worked up, but he's so young. But the thing is that if we got Marty coming in now with a special guest, everybody, please send a virtual hug to Massey. I want to let him really feel that. So could
I got a Whatnot auction at 2 p.m. Pacific.
2 p.m. for Massey.
Whatnot. You have to register, and you get a $15. If you hit the link in my preview video on YouTube, you get $15 credit toward your first auction purchase.
Oh, that's and I also want to say about Massey's thing that he mentioned just today, he's got a Beatles UK mono first press. You got to get that, kids, if you don't have it. And this is the thing about these Beatle boxes and stuff. If you own a first pressing Beatle, no one could trump you on that. I hate to use that word.
More than one guy died. You're wrong, KRW. Yeah.
Okay, settle. Now let's just keep calm. I hate to see.
It's still a memory of the police. They were attacked. Okay, and a lot got hurt, not just killed. So they put a plaque up. You talk about. It's the Democrats that don't want to support the police. What's turning out to be the opposite, obviously.
Angelo, I love you so much.
Oh, I know.
The one thing we're trying. You know what I did, Angelo? I got to tell you, I played Angelo Kelly family music because I played one of my favorite songs of all time is "Oh Holy Night." Yeah. And so I'm on my phone here and I go, "Oh Holy Night," because I love the song. And your family, the Kelly family, did a rendition of that. Not only did your what do you call that? Your original nuclear family with mom and dad and your siblings, but also when you're the dad with your kids in 2019, there's a version that you guys did, and both are absolutely beautiful. And I highly recommend.
I wasn't here for that.
You were out. That's what I do.
The only one I heard was Hiroshima. I'm sorry.
Hiroshima. I played that.
Which was quite well done,
I don't like to bring up painful memories of Hiroshima. Okay, a lot of us have not gotten over it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a good movie, this is my recommendation. I want big thanks to Marty for turning me on to the director is Thomas Anderson. It's Paul Thomas Anderson.
Well, we love.
That's a great movie. That's a great. You know who's amazing in that? Not only is Adam Sandler, he's surprising. He's amazing. Yeah. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That's a chilling like a black comedy in a way. It gets really dark in that movie.
There's shocking moments. It's a mini masterpiece.
You know what that movie does? It just takes you to the edge of this macabre sort of darkness, but it never goes over.
It pulls you back.
But
you're kept on the edge the whole way through.
You two should. Okay, I'm going to be nice to you now instead of all this bullshit based on all the lies you're pontificating on. Paul Thomas Anderson's film Phantom Thread. You need to buy on. I don't know if it's Criterion. It's not his last movie. It's the second last. It's the one. It's the last movie Daniel Day-Lewis made up till now. Yeah. And it's sort of loosely like if you ever seen Hitchcock's Rebecca.
Oh yeah, I love it.
It's that kind of darkness, but it's a little bit of a black comedy.
Phantom Thread we've seen. Is that the one that's based on coffee and cigarettes?
No, Rebecca's the one where the guy's wife died. Is it?
Yeah. I've seen Rebecca.
We've seen that. That's Olivier.
Yeah, and it's got the weird,
Joan Fontaine.
And the weird maid of the house.
Joan Fontaine.
The nanny and the kiss at the end.
And she gets the
Well, you'll see similarities in
Mornay, is it?
Thread, but it's a beautiful. He's a couture designer, and it's in this house in London, and it's so beautiful. And Daniel Lewis always nails it.
Oh, hang on, we saw a preview for that. He's a dress designer.
Yes,
we're gonna watch that at some point. Yeah,
but the thing is, we love the director. Now we saw a very rough, very ill presented short film that Paul Thomas Anderson did on coffee and cigarettes and coffee.
Yeah, it was so
good. He's got his favorite actor, that Philip. He's another Philip. The old guy, Marty.
Baker Hall.
Philip Baker Hall is incredible. The library cop from Seinfeld. Listen here, funny boy. You may be drawing little pictures. That made me think of Massey for some reason.
Did you see There Will Be Blood?
Yeah, of course. Marty gifted me a copy of that.
Have you seen The Master?
Oh yeah.
We have.
Master, you have to.
L. Ron Hubbard.
You have to let yourself go because it's like a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, with The Master.
Magnolia too.
But I love one of the great losses. The biggest loss in our time, I think, of an actor is Philip Seymour. Bar none. There's nobody else as an actor. I go, oh shit! He was so young, and he could have gone and gone and gone. There was so much new. Boogie Nights, of course, everybody loves that.
Another one is Inherent Vice.
Yeah, I didn't like what's the one? Licorice Pizza that much.
Yeah, I struggled with that one.
Yeah, what's the one when they go to Vegas? It's based on cigarettes and coffee. The kid's in Vegas and he loses some money, and Seymour helps him out. That's
Heart 8. That's his first
Heart 8. Yeah, that was
the Heart 8. That one. That was the one Marty recommended.
I love that
So
movie.
good. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I look at the clock here at the on the wall.
Leyland needs a wrench.
Who needs a Leyland Finstag? Holy smokes! I love Leyland. Where you been? Hang on, Leyland. Anyway, the big news on this channel, we're back once a week. Sundays at this time slot, we'll be here doing the thing. I bring in the heat with Marty and Massey as we delve into the body politic, rock and roll, Beatle boxes. What an interesting story on all that. He also plays a very good villain in Mission Impossible 3. And those films, I say, one of the great actors of our time really is a crazy guy with the, your farting space aliens and shit with Tom Cruise. But the guy, he really puts out, he really does try and appeal to his audience and make it all work out.
I saw last weekend in IMAX, the new Mission Impossible. It's over the top. The 2 big stunt scenes go on forever, but I still loved it. I loved it. Yeah. Now it's, people say, well, it's not real. It's of course it's not real. It's like a James Bond movie.
I love it when you do your derisionary voice, you immediately go into a Chad Castle. Yo, it's time you, Massey.
Rachel, shut the fuck up, 50 pounds lesser.
He does it better than me. You do a great Chad Castle. I got to tell you. Now, there was waxed earlier for you kids that came late. Check back earlier in the program. I'm still kind of double-minded about putting a like on the channel or anything like that. I'm not really trying to do anything with the show. Just get a few more Patreons is always nice. Come and support us over there.
I love it.
QR record.
Nazi, shut the fuck up, dude.
Holy shit.
No. Yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
say
it's so
anything.
bad.
I didn't
It's
say
so rude.
anything. Proof. I didn't
So
say
rude,
anything.
It was a preemptive strike. Just think of it
Okay.
as a preemptive strike. Ladies and gentlemen, later today, Massey's going to do a WhatsApp auction. Check it out.
Whatnot app, 2 o'clock.
Whatever.
Only an hour. Only an hour.
It's just little. It's just for fun. And Marty's coming up with a surprise mystery guest
At 10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock.
Pacific time.
Pacific.
In an hour.
So go support Marty. We love him so much. Marty is adorable. And everybody, thank you so much for watching the show. And throw me $5. It's not so much. Okay. Bye.